everybody, welcome back to the mechanical hellscape that is the Practical Enthusiast Garage. Today we're going to go over all the parts that I've received to help rebuild this 1989 BMW 325i that I've shown in previous videos as being nothing but a bottomless pit of issues. Now it's always exciting to start getting parts in the mail. Sometimes they come in big boxes, sometimes little boxes, but you always know they're going to be a part that gets your car one step closer to being the perfect thing you were hoping for. Well, at least that's the hope anyway. Whenever you go out and buy a lot of parts for a car, it always hurts the wallet a lot. But once they finally start showing up at your doorstep, you start getting a little bit excited. It's been almost 2 weeks since I ordered all these parts, and I've forgotten somewhat what I ordered. So what we're gonna do today is go through all these boxes and see what lies within. So I'm kind of excited. Let's get going. Exhaust installation hardware. We've got the rubber hangers, got exhaust donut gaskets. We've got the actual muffler hanger brackets with other rubber hangers inside of there. We've got gaskets for the exhaust mid-pipe to exhaust manifolds. Got another donut hanger, and then another exhaust round gasket. Those won't be going on for quite a while. Right next to that box is the new end section of the exhaust. Bought this online, actually bought this one through Rock Auto, and unfortunately it didn't get shipped in any sort of box. So you can see kind of this dent right here in the muffler section. That's kind of unfortunate, but again, it's gonna be under the car. That probably doesn't really affect it at all. It's just cosmetic, but overall it looks, pretty high quality as one single piece. See, it has the slash cuts here on the tips, just like the original BMW exhaust would have had. But it looks fairly well made overall, so that's good. Next in line is this package. These are the steering rack boots. Over here we have the new intake rubber boot. Also in this box is a new door brake. Digging into this box further, inside of it are some batteries. These are the SI board batteries. I bought these more as just something I wanted to have on hand. I don't know if I'll actually dig into that yet because it could be something far simpler than even replacing the batteries on the instrument cluster. Last thing in this box is a shifter rebuild kit for this car. So the shifter on this car isn't too sloppy, but they definitely can get that way. And I figure since I'm gonna have to be pulling the transmission out, doing all that anyways, I might as well just rebuild the shifter. This is a shifter bushing assembly from Turner. As expected, it looks like a fairly high quality piece of stainless steel right here. Let's see what else is in this bag. Just all these O-rings and pins, more shifter parts. Let's move on. Yes, this is the clutch kit. So in here you've got everything you need to do when you go to change the clutch on one of these E30s. Starting off here, we've got the rear main seal to the engine, the output shaft seal for the transmission there, and then we've got this shift linkage seal. In this bag we have like some exhaust hardware, some exhaust gaskets. This is the rear main seal housing gasket. We have a clutch alignment tool. Here we have throwout bearing. Kind of an interesting piece. It's got a composite slider sleeve. Oh yeah, look at that. And the final thing in here is the pressure plate. The next box here is the new blower motor. I found this brand new for only $87. Next here are the new CV axles. So these, very, very nice indeed. Pretty neat. So again, I have two of those. I'm not gonna open up that box, it's the same thing. This is the big parts order that's mainly engine related. So let's open this up. So this is a new fuel filter. These are all differential seals. So the output and the input seals on the differential. The timing belt, this is a Continental ContiTech timing belt. They offer this timing belt as a kit. You get the water pump and seals and all of that. Moving on, bought some extra oil filters. Bought 2 extra ones of these so that I can keep maintaining this car once I start driving it. See, this is a new brake pad warning sensor. I've got a new one for the front and I've got a new one for the rear. We have a new coolant level sensor here, because the coolant level sensor light is on the dashboard. So we've got a seal here. To be completely honest, I have no idea what this is. This is probably either the crankshaft seal or the camshaft seal. And we've got a new thermostat. Ah, yes. The hood strut on this car went out probably many, many years ago. I've been using a piece of wood. You can kind of see it over there. Piece of wood technically works, but this is better. We have a new set of Bosch spark plugs. So here we've got I think this is the timing belt tensioner pulley. These are all things that are recommended to be changed out when changing the timing belt. The parts are pretty cheap. You just change this stuff out when you're in there. In this big box, we've got what I suspect is, actually I have no idea. I thought it would be the water pump. It's not. So this is the fan clutch assembly. We got 2 gallons of BMW antifreeze. It's the blue stuff. So what's in there is the green stuff right now. I prefer to have the original BMW coolant in there. Just makes me feel a little bit better about the situation. New tie rod in. So I got 2 of these. In this box is the power steering reservoir. This is one of the main culprits of the leak under the car. So yeah. And here is the new water pump. So this is leaking heavily on the car right now, and I suspect that the gasket has probably gone out. So this is a new windscreen washer level switch. So this light is illuminated on the dashboard as well, and I presume it's due to the switch, so I just went ahead and bought one because they were cheap, so might as well try it out. And then we got some brand new accessory belts. We've got new emergency brake cables. Oh, there's one thing under here, and this is a new valve cover gasket. So continuing on, we'll go over here and we'll see this large piece of plastic. So this is our cooling fan shroud. It mounts up to the radiator. Cooling fan spins within it. So the one on the car right now is broken, this bottom half, and it just flops around. This next baggie here has a new door handle. These were cheap. Put those in eventually. Got new plastic rivets that actually hold on that fan shroud. And I think right now the fan shroud's held on with zip ties, so this will not only look better, but probably hold it in place a lot better as well. This bag here is not open yet. This is for the Z. This ain't even for the BMW. Sorry. Let's see what's in this box. This is the antenna, so this is the bracket for the antenna. So this is an original Hirschman power antenna. This is what originally would have come with the car. This doesn't look like the one I pulled out of the car, and that means that at some point the original one had failed and got replaced with an aftermarket one of some sort. Jeez, what a mess. I think it's a good mess. All right, so that is all the parts that I have so far. This represents about, I'm kind of ashamed to say this, about $1,500 worth of parts. Almost as much as I paid for the car originally. But that's just how it is. You buy a project car cheap, but you end up buying it multiple times over just to get it where you want it to be. Thanks for suffering through this with me. Maybe you guys enjoyed seeing all these new parts as much as I like going through them. Now all that's left to do is actually get these into the car. Now you may see that the car is currently up on jack stands, riding like a monster truck right now. And that's because I am not a Hollywood grade master of continuity. I have in fact started pulling the transmission out of this car already. It's a long, tedious, dirty process, and that will have to be a future video. I might have to split the transmission repair clutch replacement into 2 sections, one where I'm removing it and one where I'm actually going through the parts and installing them and getting everything fitted back up to the car. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for all the positive responses in the comments. It's really helpful when putting these videos together. It's really giving me that extra boost to try and get this project done, because I want to get it done and I want you guys to see it get done. So thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you all again soon.